Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So today was the launch of the new World Event 3 for Tuska. It's really awesome so far. I'm having quite a lot of fun doing it. It takes quite a long time, I guess. Well, not really a long time. It just takes a bit of time to get the ropes, you know, get used to what you have to do, stuff like that. Because when I first got there, I was literally asking the FC, asking all my friends, sort of like, what do I have to do? What do I do with this, that, you know, all that stuff. It just sort of doesn't make sense as soon as you go in. So I'm making this video for you guys. And no, it's not going to be like 100% accurate, include every single piece of information, but it's going to give you a brief over on like the basics, I guess, of what you have to do. So to start off, you want to actually get into the place itself. So go onto your teleport options and go to the far top right corner and press on the magnifying glass. This will teleport you to the Tuska's back, and once you're there you'll get a little cutscene from one of the wizards on the far west, I believe it is. It's about midwest of the map. So once you've gone through the cutscene, it doesn't take long at all, it's about a minute long, so nothing crazy. And then once you've done that, you want to pick a god or a faction as they call it, towards the points, wherever the points you want to go towards. So go and pick one of those by going to the reward people near the bank. Just click on any one of them, it doesn't matter which one. And then you go through a bunch of different chat options. The first one, I think you just press 1 for the first one, which is basically just saying your name, and then you just let them know you're a defender of Gillinor. That's what I did anyway. And then the third set of chat options, I believe, is where you pick what faction you want to join, and I picked Zamorak just because the previous events I've done Saradomin, so I thought I'd do Zamorak just to spice it up and change it a little bit for this one. So obviously let me know what gods you guys went with, because it'd be quite interesting to see who went with Zamorak, who went with Saradomin, Godless. It'd just be cool, I guess, to see who went with what. But once you've done that, you can now start gaining points towards like your god's or faction side. So what you want to do is basically every hour on the hour the actual world event sort of happens. That's when you can go off and do the actual event. However, that only lasts for 20 minutes, and then once it's 20 past the hour, that's when you can do the general sort of woodcutting, agility, and like Slayer XP on Tuska's back itself. So because it's actually quite a lot to take in, I'll take you through the first thing you're going to want to do basically on the hour, which is the world event. To do this, go to the wizard that took you through the first cutscene, and to the west of him you can actually jump over onto the island. Do that, just jump onto there. After a few seconds you'll get teleported away to your first island. Now on this island you can do construction XP, you can do hunting, anything pretty much that's available to you there you can do. So to get construction XP you want to go and build the broken pylons, or the shattered pylons, sorry, around the outskirts of the island itself. I believe there's 5 or 6 of them, and I think you stay on each island for 5 minutes each, because there's 4 different ones. So you're on here for 5 minutes, basically make the most of the XP while you can, just do construction, do whatever you want. However, apart from construction you can attack the lightning, which spawns a random place around the island itself. You can attack those, and then once you've attacked it you get energy. You pretty much get energy from anything you do here whenever you gain XP in a skill, or if you've like killed something, if you've completed something like building a pylon, you get this sort of energy which you want to go and basically give in to the massive centre, the orb in the centre. You just want to click on that and it will basically transfer it into XP. Another thing you can do is some hunting. You can go and lure the sentient lightning, which is sort of like the big energy balls, I guess you want to call them. You can go and lure those and basically just make them go through the actual central spark. And once they go on there, they'll get absorbed into it, and then again, you'll get XP from that. And the final thing I believe you can do on this island itself is set traps. And once you set traps, obviously, and they go off, then again you get more energy, or sparks, whatever it's called, and you can just go ahead, transfer it in again for some more XP. Every time you transfer it in, it tends to be about the same amount of XP, like I just said, about, I think it's around 125, 130, so nothing crazy, but you know, doing it as often as you can means you can actually get quite a lot of XP bundled up from this one island. Okay, so moving on, the next island, I tend to call this more of like the farming island, because on this one you chop vines, you have to like build up all the trees and the flowers around it. Yeah, you just get to do a bunch of different things here, which are more farming related, I guess, herbal related, things like that. They're what you gain XP in from on this island. Apart from skill base, you are able to attack the tentacles that like spawn random places on the island. You don't get XP from these as far as I've experienced myself. However, you do get mysterious herbs from basically doing any of the skills on this island, including killing the tentacles. So you get the mysterious herbs. What you want to do with those is crush them, because with the crushed herbs you can actually use them on the roots of the tree in the center, and this will then nurture it, and each time you click on the end of the root it will grow it a bit further. It will use more than one crushed mysterious herb each time, so just make sure that you do have quite a few ready to go. But yeah, it will basically just grow it all the way to the shrubbery, I guess you could call it, and then it will grow that into a plant. Apart from that, like I told you guys, anything on this island is pretty much woodcutting, herb lore and farming based, apart from attacking, which doesn't give you any XP either. So mainly that's why I call this the farming island. I did actually manage to level up here to level 50 farming, which is pretty cool. Hit a milestone here in this video, so that was quite nice to get. Also, every now and again there will be a rock that crashes down on whatever island you're on, and you can mine this for some easy mining XP. You might not see it on the island you're on because it might not always spawn, but sometimes it does, and from that you can just mine it to get some quick XP. Okay, so the third island I like to call the dungeoneering one, just because the whole aspect of it is pretty much dungeoneering. You have gate stones, you know, you follow a sort of route round, I guess. In between it you can get different XP, it's not just dungeoneering XP. I didn't manage to level this up, which I thought I would, but either way you can do a bunch of different things here. You can do divination, you can do agility from climbing up different parts. There's so many different things you can do on this island. I think there's around 4 skills you can train, so it's quite a nice one. I might not be able to like showcase or go into much detail on each one, but there is a bunch of different things you can do on this one, which you guys, when you try it out, if you haven't already, will find out. Alright, so the fourth island is kind of random, I guess. The main 2 things to do here are prayer and fire making. I think they're the only 2 things you can really get here. So fire making, to start off, it's decent XP here, I won't lie, it's pretty good. Obviously being 99 you can't see what the XP is going towards on like a skill counter on top of the screen, but it is going towards fire making. So what you want to do here is pretty much go and take some fire from the holy fire. It will give you a lit sort of beacon or stick, and you can use that, equip it to burn down the tentacles. Burning them down, like I said, gives you fire making XP. It's not the best XP, it's about 83.2 per one, which isn't bad considering they do go down pretty fast. The only downside is the fire only lights for 30 seconds a time. Unless you've been there for a while, then it lasts for 60 seconds, so it sort of varies the longer you're there for. The other thing you can do on this island is some prayer XP, like I said. So you want to go and interact with the altar, and it will give you a symbol. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you'll see it in your invent. And then you can go and dig some graves. When you dig the graves, you pretty much enter some sort of like different world, and once you're in this world you pretty much have to like release the spirits of the ghosts, which is kind of weird. I don't really understand this part, but either way, you know, it's something a bit fun. So you pretty much just want to go back up and try and release all the tormented souls. That's what you have to do. It doesn't really give you that much XP, I don't think. I'm not really too sure. I didn't really get around to doing that many of them. It gives you divination XP for some reason, but yeah, either way, it gives you some XP towards that. Apart from that, you can attack the tormented souls. When you attack them, you actually get turned into one of them yourself, and then people can either release you, or you can go and enter the last rites to the north, and this will give you prayer XP and turn you back into a human again. Okay, so moving on to the final part of the event. What you want to do is just run up one of the tusks until you reach the very top, and then you want to climb the tooth until you swim up to the surface. Once you get on the surface, you want to stab the weak spot on top of Tuska's head. Once you stab it there, that is pretty much the end of the event, because you'll get pretty much blasted away once you've done that, and you'll end up back on the main island. So hopefully that gave you a decent enough of a brief overlook on what you can actually do here, what skills you can train on different islands, and basically what to expect if you haven't already been here already. So, you know, hopefully that did make sense to you guys and gave you a bit more knowledge towards, you know, what you can actually do. Okay, so that is all for the main event, which happens, like I said, on the hour every hour. That only takes 20 minutes, so at 20 past the hour, you are able to do the other 3 skills you can train on Tuska's back itself. The 3 skills are woodcutting, agility and slayer. Now, you can do agility and woodcutting at the same parts. It's on the west and the east side of back itself. And basically there are 2 different types of things you can train on. So the dark blue spines, you can balance on those for agility XP. The ones with the electricity or the charges, they give you 21 or 22 XP per like every few seconds. So they're pretty decent for XP considering it's AFK and it's agility, so they're actually pretty good to stand on. However, if you go and balance on one of the ones that isn't charged, it only gives you 2 or 3 XP per time, so it's not as good. Yes, it is still AFK XP, but if you do want to make the most out of the XP per hour, I would definitely recommend just following where the charges go, because they do swap and change every sort of minute, so I guess it is a bit more click intensive, but still, for agility, it is pretty AFK. Like I said, you can also train woodcutting. In order to do this, you want to chop down the quills. You'll see them quite obviously, they're quite big and you can't really miss them. They're basically in the same place, like I said, as agility, but they're like the lighty, greeny, bluey sort of colour, and you can just chop those down for decent XP actually. I think it's like 65 XP or something like that, around that number every few seconds. So for AFK XP, it's not the best, but it's still pretty decent considering there isn't any requirements that I know of. So you know, if you're a lower level, it's definitely going to be an easy way to level up. So the final skill you can train on Tuska's back is Slayer. To do this, you just want to go south, southwest corner, southeast corner, it doesn't really matter. Just go down there and you'll find some level 75 termites. Now you can kill these pretty easily. They don't really have the best HP, so you can kill them fairly easily, you know, even if you're just mid-level. And from these you get about 450 XP towards your combat skill, whatever one you want to train. But also you get an additional 64, 65 XP towards Slayer. So I think it doesn't matter if you're on task or not, you can still get the XP. So this is a pretty good way to train it. I know it's not amazing XP, but still, you know, about 65 XP per one, considering you can kill them pretty fast, is really not that bad at all. A lot of you guys want to see me use some Slayer, so definitely do expect to, you know, see me and see this in a video at some point, because I will definitely be coming here just to see how many levels I can sort of get from this, because you get 40 minutes of training between 20 past the hour and the hour itself. You can't do it between the hour and 20 past, because that's when the world event's going on, but after that, for the whole 40 minutes you can do training. So it'd be quite interesting, I guess, to see, you know, how many levels I can get just from doing this. I know it'll be quite slow, but still I'm quite excited just to test out and give it a go. So in terms of the limits, I'm not 100% sure right now because it's literally just come out. I've literally played it for 2 world events only, so I'm not really too sure 100% on everything right now. One of my friends got capped, and I think that can only happen once you're at 100% completion. I think 100% means you have to be on for about 4 hours or whatever, so you know, you can do this for a decent amount of time and get like some good XP, I guess. So either way, that I think is the limit for that. I'm not 100%, so if any one of you guys knows the complete accurate answer to that, leave it in the comment section down below, because that'll be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, I've been told that the total amount of points you can get from the world event itself is 2,000. Some people are saying 1,000, some people are saying 1,500, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 2,000, and that is per day. And with those, you can actually basically turn them into points. That's what they are. They're 2,000 points, and with the points you can turn them into rewards. There are so many rewards you can get from this. There's a new war priest armor, there's different titles, abilities, everything like that. There's weaponry, armor, so many cool things that you can get from this, and on screen now you'll just see a bunch of different things you can get. And to be honest, the points aren't hard to get at all. So you know, if you're going for a certain outfit, you want to get like an override, whatever you want to get, it really shouldn't be that hard to do, and it'd be quite a lot of fun. I'm not 100% sure how long this world event is out for. I've been told it's 1 month only, so definitely if you haven't already checked it out, do so, because to be honest, it's a lot of fun. I'm going to be coming here, making the most of it as much as I can throughout the month. I know I'm going away in a week, so I'm not really going to be able to do it for much longer, but I will try my best for as long as I'm here. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video, guys. Sorry if it wasn't 100% clear on what to do. I'm trying my best, considering, like I said, I haven't been here long at all. I'm trying my hardest for you guys, so hopefully you have enjoyed it, and it has sort of helped out, even just the tiniest amount. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave it a like if you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for nearly 6,000 subscribers. I'll go into more detail on what I'm going to be doing for my 6k sub special in a different video, but for right now, seriously, thank you so much for watching, guys, and all the support that you guys give me. It means so much. Cheers again, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you later.